Oh, welcome back!
Hello, yes, welcome back. Right, where are we now? We are through Wigan. Look at this mooring. Amazing space this is. You wouldn't believe we're only half a mile away from the M6 motorway. Saw a deer last night on here. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Yes, the weather has definitely turned, so it's time to turn our attention to a few jobs on the boat. And the first thing we're going to do is a little bit of rust proofing to do first before we address the paint. So these are dings that I did with the tools. They need rust proofing. We put this bar on to give us these adjusters here, so it lines up at the front. Yeah, you saw that. Yes. Had to reseal this, had to bring it off again, clean it and reseal it after we painted it. We found water was dripping through on the inside, and we used a tap just to chase through the threads once again. And yes, I dropped my tap and die set on the roof and kind of stumbled and trod on it, and oh my god, look at that. So yeah, so they've got to be treated. All bubbled up already, so we've got to do them. We know about the solar brackets, yeah, just underneath, just before I put those rubber blocks on. That's caused us a few issues with it gouging the paint, so they've got to be sorted out. The gunnel, there's quite a few of these little dings and what have you, but I've decided I'm going to repaint the entire gunnel on that. I'm just going to do the whole lot. It's going to be easier, isn't it, long term? Yeah, but before we even get to that, we are only 20 minutes walk from the water point. It's fairly quiet, so see the lower part of the pram cover where the water sits, it's quite green there. So I'm going to take that off, put them in a little trolley, jet wash in EcoFlow, and walk down there and just give them a little jet wash. And then I suppose it's that time of year again to treat the entire pram cover with some UV and waterproof. I have got a tin, so right, let's make a start with that then. 99.9% alcohol. It's been silly one night and I did a shot glass full of this. Don't ever do that. Not recently, I will. It was a number of years ago. Find him in the kitchen at parties. Yes, get away from YouTube algorithm. Copyright strike me. So we're about ready there now. All the little rusty bits. Yeah, all dragged out. Now there's one bit. Oh my god. High wear area. Let's drop the thingy down. Get it zipped round. Now this bastard here, now I think his name was Josh from Kimber Canopies. He told me on the day that he fitted it, he said if you're going through tunnels and locks and whenever you're cruising, turn it up like that in case you get to strike on there and it will rip it. But yeah, high wear area, that flaps in the wind like billy-o. The windy night, I've come out at midnight in my Crocs and my pants and just tucked it under like that. But you see what that zip's done there, look. Yeah, it's just worn that corner off altogether. Look at the camera, you idiot. I'm not even filming it, yeah. Little flappy bastard. So yeah, we always keep them tucked in now. And they just sit like that. Just been to the post office and pick up a Amazon. Got my supplies in, so yeah, masking tape. Right, the thing is, I've got enough emulsion left, all of the colours, to do the entire inside of the boat forever, and I might as well do it because emulsion it don't last forever, does it? Once it's been opened, get it used. And yeah, when you've got a coal fire and a dirty dog and dirty hands holding ropes all day and things like that, it gets dirty inside. So yeah, we're going to brighten it up for the next few weeks. Got my paint supplies, got some tape. These are good. I've used these right from the off. I've used them for a while actually. So the end of them are a bit concave. Yeah, concave. So it kills inwards. So this part here, when you're rolling, leaves a line at the end of the roller. These don't do that. So yeah, these are the one you want. The concave ones, get a box off Amazon, cheap enough, aren't they? They're pretty good. A siphon tube with a little hand pump. I need to change the antifreeze and coolant in the engine. It's never been done. I got a hydroscopic tester and it was okay for the winter. It was good for about -15, something like that, but it does need changing. So I'm thinking the vent cap on top of the skin tank, if I can get the pipe inside there, I'll siphon it, all of the old fluid out, and I can mix some new and pump it back in. Yeah, so we'll do that. 1-inch paint brushes. Now they are dirt cheap, they're about £9 for 36. Yeah, you just use them and throw them away, don't you? You know, you're decorating. The thing is, it might be a bit wasteful, but you can't wash your brushes out in the tap and put it into the canal. They've got to go in the bin, really, if you've got nowhere to wash them. So, yeah, just buy the cheapest ones, just throw them away. And a big box, that's an assorted sanding discs for the sander. So, yeah, all them bits there. Amazon, locker, up the road, just go and get them, you know. That's how we have to do things now. Amazon, what else have we done? eBay, pick it up from the Sainsbury's or something like that. Yeah, we've managed all right, you know. We're coming up to a year on board now, and not really wanted for anything. I'll tell you what, I have not missed driving at all. Been driving since I was, God, like 18, 19 years old. Yeah, car went last, when was it, October time, something like that, just after we got the name on, and we set off. We buy any car, just can get rid of it, you know. It's yeah, tax, insurance, MOT, and all that. I don't have to worry about none of that. And I've not missed it. I have not missed the potholes, and I've not missed the traffic jams. So, right. Boat show on my radio, on my radio. Yeah, YouTube copyright again. So today's video is sponsored by our partners at Bardinet, which I think is Spar's cheapest brandy. But you know, just had a thought, before I do any more, let me check the state of this primer. It's not been opened for a year. Dries out, doesn't it, some paint? It sounds okay, I'll give it a good shake. A vigorous shake. Yeah, that looks alright. It's all liquid, that. Right then. Right, just knock that out. I tell you what, this little Roberts radio, I did research them. I think this is called the Petite 2. So Bluetooth, DAB, digital radio obviously, and FM. And what a rich sound it's got for such a small unit. It's quite incredible, really. Yeah, we've used that loads, really. Bluetooth phones to it, get a playlist on, USB-C, rechargeable. Excellent, excellent. Right, anyway, that will do us when it got its red hot, this. We could have an experiment. We've seen a few tips on the internet. We like washing up wise, get the bowl half full of water, get it out here, and just let the heat of the boat warm it up so you've got enough hot water to do the pots. Gonna try that, let you know how it goes. But yeah, I've got 2 coats of primer now on all of them bits. Yeah. Oh, it's a few days work, that, ain't it? Yeah. Black's held up really well. That I've redone. I think my helmsmanship is getting better. The only places it's scraped off is on the rubbing strip, and that's what it's for anyway. But yeah, all these scabs here, look. Yeah. Wow, all that. It's like when we first got her, wasn't it? Yeah, she's very vulnerable at this end. Probably my helmsmanship, but there you go. Yeah, look at this problem. Look at, we've got the carpets off. You can give them a dry out, and you can give it a sweep. You know what it's like. But yeah, we painted this, as you saw last year, and we're living on the boat, so we put mats down, and the mats will stick. It's soft paint. When you lift them up, lifts the paint up. I've got a bit of a plan for that. It's on both sides. The front of the gas boxes, going to redo them, and the lids more than anything, they're full of little dings, and it's where we put the windlass and everything like that. Yeah, it's what happens, isn't it? And then this here, that goes down there, and that blows in the wind. Yeah, so we're gonna redo that panel as well. But these here, yeah, gonna get like a kind of like a tarpaulin arrangement, and kind of, I don't know, mold grips and G-clamps and just try and fence that off a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of a plan to that. We're going to arrive at a mooring. I'm going to get on it the same day, and it'll be at least a week then before we move the boat, so it will get a bit of a better chance than it did originally to dry and properly go hard. Still going to keep the mats off it for me, I don't know, throughout the summer. Why not? Because I've got the other side to do as well. A few weeks later now, weather's definitely changed. It's been very wet, but we've got all of these rust-proofed and this side down done now. So yeah, the weather's going to break again now. It's going to get really, really nice weather at the end of this week. So that'll be a good time to be getting all that blue in, won't it? So I've just got to get that primer just onto that side. All the sides done. But I've got a job to do today. Been meaning to do it for a while. I kept looking at it. It's not going to be as easy as it looks. Yes, the price of fuel nowadays. And there's my fuel cap there, look. Yeah, it's just not protected at all. So I was looking around, saw this, and it kind of gives the impression that it's designed just to slip underneath the 4 screws that hold that around. And then that slips under its own gasket. And then it padlock through there. Yeah, you know the kind of thing. But it's not going to work because... I have to pull the boat in before I start working on it. I've undone these screws. Well, I say undone them, they start to unturn and then they just spin, which tells me that the metal here is this inspection hatch. It's not tapped. There's nuts on the other side and they're just spinning. So there's no way that I'm going to be able to get them tight again. And these are holding the inspection plate down. The inspection plate's going to have to come off, which I think is going to be easy enough. I mean, we're probably going to have to tap it and break all the seal. It's probably, I don't know, Sikafexed, or maybe it's got its own gasket. I don't know. I have checked. I've got Sikafex to be able to reseal it back. I'm not taking that off before I know what I can do with it. And also, there's something else as well. Let me just get this bit, go back over here again precariously. So that's got to kind of sit. So because of the way that those 4 are drilled, how do they line up? That one, that one. Yeah, it's going to be at an angle. If you try the other way, the flap's going to be at that angle. So while we've got it, once we've got it off the boat, I think we'll re-drill those 4 so that we can get the cap straight. Right, let's pull the boat in. Do this inspection plate, see if it'll come off, see what we're up against. I did crack these yesterday just to see what I was up against. And they did all crack on loose. Go up a little bit more, maybe a thread or 2, and then squirt a little bit of WD-40 down in there. I don't want to be snapping one of these off. This would be a disaster, wouldn't it? One of these snapped. This is a tight one. Like this, forwards and backwards. Break that bond. There we go. There we go. Hawthorns are blossoming. It's everywhere. It's like snow all over the boat. So when this comes off, it's going to have to be covered up to stop anything going down into my fuel, isn't it? Okay, plastic hammer, trying to minimise the damage. Yeah, of course. Rubber seal. They've done that right on the lip, haven't they? And as it squoze down, it just squoze it all on the inside. So that's just been hanging over the fuel tank, this big bead. But it's not flattened down, has it? Like this, that's it. It's flattened down. That ain't. Fucking hell. Oh, this boat, we've had some fun, haven't we? Where's that supposed to be? That's supposed to be riveted back onto there. So we have to deal with that while I'm here. Yeah, I'm going to have to give this a scrape, aren't we? There you go. Look, nuts. Told you the bloody nuts. not threaded. Yeah, let's get this off, and I'll get multi-tool with a scraping blade on and just take all this this sick effects off. Might as well get some rust proofing on that before it goes back as well, won't we? Yes, indeedy. Okay, right, I'll get this off. Trouble is, it's flexible, isn't it? It's just flexing with the blade. I think the only thing we're doing there is making noise and making mess. I think grinder and a clean up wheel. We'll give that a going over before we put it back. Right, let's clean this shit up and start getting marked out on here. So that's lining that gasket up to the holes that's already in it. And if we use them like that, the cap's going to end up sitting at an angle like that, isn't it? So we need it straight. So they're going to have to be re-drilled. But we've also got, there's 2 additional reinforcing holes. If you want to use them, you don't have to use them. It's designed to just unscrew them, lift that up, slide that under, put it back down and screw them back down. That's what it's designed to do. But you can reinforce it. There's 2 reinforcer hinge, 2 here for the shackle. The screws that they give you with it, just wood screws, aren't they? So I don't know what the thinking is there. Is it maybe for a fiberglass boat, wooden deck? I don't know. But once that's all fastened down, we might as well we'll drill and tap some little holes for these here. Okay, right, mark out. Right, let's measure the actual screws that were in it. The smallest this ruler goes is 4mm, which I think that is. Yeah, these are the dogs, these are. You can put a bolt in. No, yep, 6mm, M6, that one. And you can measure the length. Oh, hang on, goes that way, doesn't it? Yep, 6mm, M6, and the thread pitch as well. 1mm, yeah, it's a metric bolt, that one. So this one, that's 4mm, we've established that. Thread pitch on that is 0.8. It doesn't really matter about the thread pitch, but if you're trying to identify it so that you could replace a bolt with the right thread, but most things are metric these days. Everything that I've used on this boat has been metric. Right, I've got my hole there. I need a 4mm bit, and we're straight through that and get it bolted down, and then we'll go around and centre punch the other 3. Smash my kneecap. Alright, one more to go. Okay. And the one just round the outside, so when it's tightened down, it gets squeezed out, and I'll just be able to go over with a wet finger and smooth it. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Use the padlock, won't need a tool anymore. Right, I need to get a better padlock. That's just one we got to spare. I think that was on our old back gate, that one. But yeah, I want a better one, but yeah, that's good. Hey, that 10-minute job that takes 3 hours, eh? Little tadpoles. There's loads, get out of the way of the sun. There's loads of them all around the boat. That's been since we got here. Yeah, we've been here for a week. It's good like that, and I'll do a little 360. Oh, fantastic mooring. Really quiet on the towpath as well. Beautiful. It was all long grass this, and they came and mowed it all last night. There was wildlife. I've sat out here with Bob about 9 o'clock, and there was wildlife going everywhere. Used to live in a house and a very long thin garden, and the very bottom of the garden backed onto farmers' fields, and he used to grow maize in there. and it come to the time of the year where if he was ploughing it or when he was cutting it, any work in the tractor out there, all the wildlife, rats, rabbits, foxes, all sorts, they'd be driven out the field into all the gardens where we lived. You sit in the garden when the tractor was out and watching what was coming through your garden. Yeah, crackers. Hey, them days are gone anyway. Right, so we've been here for a week. I think this is day 8. It's been fabulous, but getting a little bit low on water now. We've got rubbish to sort out, toilet cassettes, need a bit of shopping, some milk, some food for Bob. So we're just going to nip up to Tarleton. That's the very end of this Rufford branch of the Leeds Liverpool Canal. Tarleton, there's a winding hole there, the very last one. So we're going to turn around there and start heading back towards Wigan. But yeah, right at the end of this branch is the sea lock, isn't it? That lets you out onto the River Douglas, down the River Douglas, onto the River Ribble, heading land to Preston, and then across to the other side. That's the Ribble link. That's how you get onto the Lancaster Canal. We're not doing that. We're heading over to Pennines, as you know. But yes, we're going to go up. I think we've got one lock to do. We've got a marina. So we're popping in there because they need some gas and they need at least half a tank of diesel. Hence why I put a lock on the it's going to cost me about 130 quid to fill the tank up today. Bloody hell, it cost me that for a full tank last year. It's costing me it for half a tank now. Hey, well, yeah, it's the first time we've started the engine that in 7 days. Wait for the glow plug light, bang, straight away. First turn of the key, no smoke. That's good, innit? Oh, I've still got the sun behind me. I'm a crap photographer, aren't I? Do a little bit of cruising video today. Not a great deal to see, really. Just another down the canal. Bit of a turning round, bit of a lock, bit of shopping. Right, see you in a bit. Yeah, this is a climber's knife. Mountaineering and climbing days. I've always had that on a harness. That is so sharp. I don't even want to press on it. That would just slice ropes, no problem whatsoever. They're handy if you're doing any locks, I guess, just to keep it on hand. I don't know if you saw that little reel on Facebook these last couple of weeks. It's doing around a boat completely leaning over in a lock. I think they've looks like they tied it up and let the lock down, and the boat was hung up and some guy with a knife, poof, straight away. So yeah, it'll get you out of trouble a little bit. Hope that I never ever use it. I thought it was going to take more than it did, so I'm happy about that. Oh, just shy of 50 litres. I thought it was going to take more, but there we go. And it's all safe now. Right, go and get me gas. Wet Mr. Bob. Oh, he's just been under that hose pipe. Cooled him right down. You love it, don't you, mate? Eh? Loves the sun, but you get too hot. You silly Billy, aren't you? Silly Billy Bob. Go and have a look, see what's going on. Is it stuck or is it technique? Wow, that is so tight.
That's what I said to you. It's no wonder it's not for budging.
Always something, isn't he? Always something, never nothing.
Got about 2 inches.
Said the vicar's wife. Go on. Show you what the problem is. This here, it's just so much friction in there.
Cut 2 inches off.
2 inches off.
There, look, but then.
Oh, that vicar's wife. I'd leave that because we're all coming back, aren't we?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to leave that. Make a call. Perhaps drop the CRT an email. It just needs some grease on it, don't it? 2, 4, 6, 7. Well done, 7. They're the first ones we've seen. They're only a few days old, aren't they? Oh, let's just re-record that and walk away from the radio. You'd think I'd learnt my lesson, wouldn't you? So here we are, back at the very same mooring, but we are facing the other way. So we have done a lot. It took us about 6 hours, but Where's the sun? There it is. Get the sun over there. That's it. Yeah, well, we got 3 swing bridges and a lock. Turn around, 3 swing bridges back and the lock again. Service point, service the boat, marina fully fueled up, and shops as well. So yeah, get lots done. It's Friday today. We're chilling here. Tomorrow we're going to stay another 2 nights here, and Sunday we've got to start moving. Get out that sun. Got to start moving again on Sunday. We've got to climb about 6 or 7 locks back onto the main line of the L&L, and get ourselves in position for Monday. One of the daughters is coming over Monday, so that'll be nice to see her. So yeah, it's going to be a lovely weekend. So have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the sunshine. And if you subscribe, you'll get notified, won't you, when I make another video. That's how it works, you know. Just click the button, don't cost nothing. Right, see you again. Ta-da.